Welcome to Worth It Wednesdays, a series where we don't just look at cars, we ask one simple question. If this was your money, would you actually spend it on this car? Let's find out. Alright, this one caught my eye. It's a Lexus RX350 with 76,000 kilometers on the clock and an asking price of 98,000 dirhams. Now, before we decide whether that's expensive or actually a good deal, let's have a proper look. I've always thought RX is one of those SUVs that really ages well. Not too loud, and it doesn't try hard, but it still has that premium look. The design is comfortable, familiar, and honestly, that's probably why you still see so many of them on the UAE roads. It has that Lexus formula. Luxury without needing to prove anything. If I had to picture the ideal owner, I'd say someone with a small family, someone who spends plenty of time driving around UAE, or someone who wants a luxury SUV without chasing the latest trends. This isn't really the SUV you buy to race away from every traffic light. It's the one you buy because you want a comfortable drive, a quiet cabin, and something you can enjoy every day. It's a car that makes sense for Dubai traffic, Sharjah commutes, school runs, and weekend trips as well. One thing Lexus usually gets right is comfort. The seats feel inviting, the cabin has a nice premium feel, everything is laid out in a way that's easy to use. It's just that kind of SUV that makes long journeys feel effortless. And then there's reliability. That's probably the biggest reason people keep coming back to Lexus. If someone recommends an RX to you, that's usually the first thing they talk about. If this was my 98,000 dirhams, I wouldn't buy it just because it says Lexus. I'd want to see the full service history. I'd check whether it has been serviced on time, I'd check the tires, I'd check the brakes, I'd check the suspension, and I'd definitely make sure it hasn't had any major accidents. 76,000 kilometers doesn't actually worry me. How those kilometers happened, that's what really matters. Another question I always ask is, what's it like to actually own this car in UAE? And this is where the RX starts making a lot of sense. Lexus has been there in the market for decades, and there's a strong understanding of these vehicles here. Whether you choose the dealership route or a trusted independent garage, finding someone who knows Lexus is usually not difficult. Maintenance is one of the reasons many buyers choose Lexus over other luxury brands. Don't get me wrong, you're still buying a premium SUV, so things like tires, brakes, and major services won't be cheap. But compared with many European luxury SUVs, ownership costs are usually easier to manage. Now, let's talk about fuel. The RX350 is a 3.5-liter V6, so this isn't going to be the most economical SUV in its class, but many owners are going to accept the trade-off simply because they're getting something smoother, reliable, and comfortable. Another area where Lexus usually performs well in the UAE is resale. Why? Trust. Buyers know the Lexus name. They know this car has a reputation for lasting a long time. A clean RX350 with proper maintenance record, GCC specifications, and no accident histories will always attract attention in the used market. Will it hold its value better than every SUV out there? Probably not, but compared with many luxury competitors, it gives owners confidence that there will still be a buyer when it's time to sell it. Now, here's something I'd want to include in every Worth It Wednesday episode. Would I consider exporting this car? For this RX350? Yes, I would definitely consider it. You see, Lexus has a strong reputation in many markets, and SUVs like this continue to have demand. But exporting is not just about buying a car and shipping it. You need to calculate the shipping cost, import duties, regulation requirements, and whether the final price makes sense. The numbers always have to work. Finally, for the question we've been building up to, would I spend $98,000 on this particular RX350? Honestly, it depends. If the service history checks out, if the condition matches the asking price, and if an independent inspection confirms everything is good, then yes, I'd definitely keep it in my shortlist. Would it automatically be my first choice? Not until I compare it with other SUVs around the same price range, but I would certainly not walk past it. I'd give that a 4 out of 5, a 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, a solid 5 out of 5. Let's say a 4 out of 5. Yes, with proper inspection and a verified history, I would definitely consider it. If this RX has caught your attention and you'd like to see one for yourself, leave me a comment. I'll be sure to share the location and the dealership info. Go and have a look. Ask plenty of questions, and if you're serious about buying it, make sure you arrange an independent inspection before making any decision. The goal of this series isn't to sell you a car. It's to help you make a smarter decision. And that's it for this week's Worth It Wednesday. Now, I'd love to hear from you. If you had 98,000 dirhams to spend, would you buy this Lexus RX350, or would you go for something completely different? Leave your thoughts in the comment, and if there's another car you'd like me to feature next, let me know. Until next week, spend smart and drive smarter.